Good evening, everybody. Happy anniversary, 20th anniversary to Kogi State Organization, North America. It's been a long journey, but it's been one that has been full of smiles, jokes, one that has been full of enthusiasm, one that has been filled with the desire and determination to do what makes Kogi State tick. So on behalf of Kogi State Organization North America, I welcome us all here to this great celebration. It's not easy to be an organization that exists for 20 years. There are many that started after us who are no longer. Or even though we are not here to compare ourselves, one thing that we know we are proud of is the fact that we have continued to exist and we are even waxing stronger. And I see that we have a future because we are going to continue to do what we do best. One of the things that has kept us going is a statement that was made by one of our governors in 2014 when we had our first annual conference. And that is the person of our former governor, Captain Idris Wada. He made this statement. He said, "We are relying on the skills and expertise of Kogi citizens abroad to help contribute to the development of our state. We believe that programs and initiatives will help guide our industries and academic sectors to meet their workforce, training, and economic development needs." Whenever I read that statement, I know that Kogi State Organization is in for something great, because there is a need for us to come back home and do something in our state. But the beauty of Kogi State Organization is that we do not even have to go back home to stay before we do anything, because we are doing a lot back at home even though we reside here. And that is the thing that I'm really proud of. So as Kogi State Organization in North America, we have not disappointed our state at all, because we continue to work for the good of our state. Now, because of that statement, one thing that we have thought of is, as members of Kogi State Organization, the current generation cannot just outlive everything. And so one thing that we have continued to pursue is how to empower the coming generation, so that that good thing that we have been doing as Kogi State citizens in the diaspora will continue even after our own time has passed. And so it is because of that that we have chosen the theme for this celebration of the 20th anniversary to be, and you can see it on the screen there, and it says, "Empowering the next generation for sustainable development in education." Why in education? Because as far as we know, education is the bedrock of our development. With education, you can build your character. With education, you come up with skills that will help you even to develop your place. With education, you know the kind of infrastructure that you can build upon to make your state one that is more acceptable even among other states. With education, we know that the workforce can produce some quality products. With education, we know that we can be competitive in the world. With education, our finance, the economy of our state can be better. So that's why we want to start with education. And it is because we want whatever we are doing now to continue, that we really want to empower the next generation. In 2015, we had our second annual conference, and one of the things that we also focused on was on empowering the next generation. So why do we keep on making reference to it? It's because until we have achieved that which we are looking for in terms of making sure that the next generation is ready to carry on the legacy that we are building, we are not satisfied. And so we will continue to visit it as we continue to do more to empower the next generation. Now, reflecting over the 20 years of existence, what is it that we have done that makes us so proud? Because believe it or not, I am a proud celebrant of the 20 years of Kogi State Organization, just like many of my fellow Kogites here. What have we done? One thing we know is that we are a registered non-profit organization here in the United States, and that has accorded us even the leverage to harness resources that will help even our state, because that's one of the things we are allowed to do, and we have taken good advantage of that. But we are not even satisfied with what we've done yet, because there is more to be done. Here are some highlights of the things that we have done over the past 20 years. Donation of state-of-the-art equipment to Radio Kogi. I can tell you that until Kogi State Organization donated those equipments, Radio Kogi was not being heard everywhere in Kogi State. But with the donation of the state-of-the-art equipment, at that time, it made Kogi State Radio to broadcast and even have a wider coverage. We have embarked on scholarships to secondary school students who are going onto the university. Another thing we've done is facilitation and collaboration of 10 40-footer containers of medical equipment and supplies to the health care sector of our state. 10 40-footer containers of medical equipment and supplies. That does not come easy. We did that with a focus. We were not satisfied with the healthcare sector of our state, and we thought it would be a great thing to bring the thing that we are enjoying here in the diaspora to our state. And so, with our non-profit status, we were able to leverage some other non-profit organizations here that specializes in that kind of activity, and we were able to get that. Our agenda is 100%, but the 1040-footer was only 15%. So you can tell that we have more to do, which is the reason why we need to empower our next generation so that they will continue that work. Not that we are done yet, but at least we will continue to add more to that percentage. Other things that we have done is we have also done this. We ship a 40-footer container load of academic books to benefit our tertiary institutions. And that we have done, and as far as we know, they have benefited from it. As a matter of fact, it has helped with the accreditation of some of the courses that are being offered in some of those institutions. And we have ongoing efforts to equip the medical school of the Kogi State University with some medical supplies and equipment that will help them, so that the medical students will not just be people that will go and then just learn in the classroom but have no practical. So that's another thing, another project that is ongoing that we are working on. In 2012, when we had that disaster flood that flooded so many parts of Kogi, we embarked on medical mission. We bought some medication, we contributed, bought medication, went home and distributed that to the affected areas. We actually had a mission, a medical mission in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, and that worked very well because at least we have testimonies of lives being saved through that effort. Other things that we have done have been establishment of Kogi State Office of the Diaspora. You know there's a national one, And I'm not aware of any other state that has done anything like that. But Kogi State did it under the last administration. So that's another thing that we've done. We've embarked on diabetes campaign. We have collaborated and facilitated, and we are still doing that with Bridge of Life. And Bridge of Life is an organization that builds dialysis centers so that they will help you to maintain it, up to a certain time, or you have to continue. But they make sure that you have, the centers that can do the work the way it's supposed to be. We are still working with them so that we can have that, because as far as we know, we don't have the public ones that can help our fellow co-guides. So that's one of the things we are working on still. We have also been a voice to reckon with. Whenever there's any political or any conflict, any political struggle in the state, we always have a voice, because we write and we make sure that we participate in the peacemaking agenda of the state. We have also continued to make charitable contributions, not only in Nigeria or in Kogi, but even here in the United States and the rest of the world. Like during the 9/11, we were a part of the group that made donation. During the tsunami, we did, and we continue to do that. So those are the things that make us think as Kogi State organization. Those are the things that make us proud, and those are the things that keep us going. Now I just want to end this by just saying something. When you do a self-examination, it is when you have come to a certain stage, then you want to look back and say, hey, how have I done? What can I do going forward? But the self-examination that I have done on this 20th year has been, it would have been very, very difficult for our state to continue to have an organization like this. But for some reason, because of the unity of purpose that we have, it's been made very easy. I consider Kogi to be the most cosmopolitan state in Nigeria, because there are so many ethnic groups there. And when you have so many ethnic groups, ruling becomes difficult because you have diverse voices. But for us, there is just something that brings us together, that we see beyond ethnicity, we see beyond tribe, we see beyond region. Even though we talk of Kogi West, East, Central, but there is something that binds us together. We are like just, feathers. You can have different feathers, but when they have to be together on the wing in order for the bird to fly. If not on their own, they cannot. But that is that togetherness that has brought us. And that's the self-examination that I have done during this 20th year anniversary celebration. And what I want to put as a challenge to us is, whatever we have done that has brought us this far, we cannot afford to go back on it. We need to continue to harness that unity so that we can continue to build a Kogi State organization that will give better life, living conditions to our people, even at home. Mind you, the things that we do not only benefit Kogi State, they benefit the whole nation, because Kogi State is the only state where so many states have to cross through to go to the other side. You want to go to Abuja, you have to go through Kogi. You have to go to the north, you have to go through Kogi. Go to the south, to the east, go through Kogi. And so there's a tendency that whatever we are doing for Kogi will also benefit all those other people too. Imagine if you get sick along the way to Abuja and you are in Kogi, you go to where you get some help in the medical facility. And it could be the thing that we have contributed that is doing that for you. So there's a lot that we are doing. And so one thing I want to say is, whether there are frictions among us, whether there are things that will make us to not want to work together, look at those things as the things that make us to become better. Because all those beautiful sights that you see today, when you talk of the Grand Canyon, somebody said it went through a lot of storm, but now it's so beautiful. And then now we use it as an attraction center, and we go there. The same thing, whatever we are doing in Kogi is going, whatever the friction may be, it will help us to make Kogi a better place so that it will become an attraction site. So that is our story. Let's keep on doing whatever we are doing. For those who have come to join us in this celebration, we appreciate you very, very much. I will have a chance to appreciate the committee that has done a wonderful job. We worked on this for a long time, and you've done a very good job. You are highly appreciated. So happy anniversary, 20th anniversary to Kogi State Organization. Long live Kogi State Organization. Thank you.